organised. I've been meaning to do this all week, just sort of prepping for my own dogs, and yeah, I'd sort of been meaning to post something, so I do apologise. Obviously more severe issues. It's going to take veterinary help. I hope that none of you are there yet. The idea is to try and control the trigger stacking, I think. So that's the problem with the fireworks season, is that it's not just one night. It isn't just people having a few little poppers and some whiz bangs and a really shit Catherine wheel that, you know, 99 times, you know, doesn't work, and sparklers. It's, you know, those days are gone, and people are sort of buying massive great fuck off rockets for their garden displays, and that's the problem, the fact that it's relentless and so loud. And what a lot of people don't factor in for is that it isn't just the noise anymore. So those big rockets affect the air, it affects the atmosphere, it impacts on the dog's inner ear, and some of them will cause pain. That's the thing that a lot of people don't take into account. And yeah, the build up now. So for my dogs, they generally get placid. Pippa has placid all year round because she's a knob, so they generally have placid. I have increased the dosage on the run up to this weekend. I have been collecting boxes. I shan't use them just yet, but I've been collecting boxes, and I intend to put recycling in there, so dog safe recycle stuff, and I will sprinkle treats and kibble and stuff in there for them to rummage around in, make a good noise, and to engage their nose. That's key, I think, to plan. So have you taken into account your dog physically that day? Have you taken into account your dog emotionally that day? Have you provided those basic needs for your dog? So what I mean by that is, so like I said, today we ran the conditioning class. So those dogs that have left here today, they have had physical and emotional boxes ticked. Most are going to go to like go out for a lovely walk or something later, or, you know, so it's that sort of thing. So my dogs today, I've done the conditioning stuff. They've had a good run. I've had a good play, you know, kicking around a ball for them. Later on they will do some scent work that I would like for all of you to incorporate into your routines over this next week or so, and then of course again over towards Christmas time. So yeah, for their food, I have been buying extra chunky stuff. So to go with their dinner tonight, say, they will have duck wings. So they'll have their mince, they'll have their veg, they'll have their duck wings. I might add some oats, so we've got the extra fullness and that calming feeling. Whilst the actual fireworks are going off, they will be getting chews. So chews last night, they had lamb braids. So I'm looking for something really, really tough. I have on standby pork rolls. There's cow's trachea, you know, so I have their usual range of, say, chicken feet, rabbit's ears, sprats, tripe sticks, dehydrated tripe sticks, all that sort of stuff that I have on standby usually, but I've gone ahead and I've bought tougher stuff. So then we're bringing into obviously chewing. So remember what I always say, I'm always banging on about this: licking, sniffing, chewing lowers arousal levels. On top of that, you could just pop a few treats into a plastic bottle, or some of their dinner into a plastic bottle, and while they're busy kicking that around and skidding it around your kitchen floor, that's making a really nice hullabaloo. Radio 2 for the classical music of an evening, closing your curtains, making sure your windows are shut. When it gets, so I don't do it just yet, but if I was to start to get some reactions, Tinker, who was concerned by it, she's deaf now, so yay, it's the only bonus to having a deaf dog, but I would save all of my laundry for the evening and then run the washing machine for Fireworks. Do make sure that your gardens are escape proof as best you possibly can. I think the stats are something like an increase of 30% in increase in escaped dogs, something like that, over Friday night and Saturday night. In the Suffolk area, there were 9 missing dogs from the fireworks. I believe only 3 of those have been returned home, from when I was looking at the stats this morning. So you know, it's just horrific. Just, you know, your dogs are going to pee. Of course your dogs are going to pee, but stand out in the garden with them. At least you can offer that little bit of reassurance, and at least you can kind of be there if one of them is attempting to scarper over the fence. It's amazing how powerful a dog can be when driven by fear. So, you know, don't just sort of get complacent about your 6-foot high fencing, because a scared dog will get over that. So just sort of bear that in mind, and extra control around your doorways, front door, that sort of thing. I'm probably preaching to the converted here, but just absolutely make sure you are on it. Obviously dogs walked and well exercised in the light of day, so that they're not going to be spooked by a sudden rogue firework. So other coping mechanisms we could, so obviously I'm using Placid, so that's it's a herbal mix, chamomile, lemon balm, vervain, I think there's something else in it. You can add Zalkene if your dogs are particularly concerned. I've found that Zalkene and Placid do tend to work quite well together. For whatever reason, they work hand in hand really quite well. You can get plugins, Adaptil, or Pet Remedy. I believe Pet Remedy is cheaper than Adaptil, but they both work on the same principles. Dog appeasing pheromones. If you've got cats, of course, Feliway is that version for them. If your dogs are climbing the walls and quivering and you know, just shaking and awful, then obviously do go and see the vet, and just sort of, you know, some sort of muscle relaxant and to take the edge off. You don't want ACP though. Not many vets will do that anymore, but that's just quite horrific to totally numb your dog, and the fact that they're still able to process what's going on around, and so yeah, they do get more fearful with ACP. What else? What am I missing? So most of you will have heard of Talent and Touch. There's some really good resources on YouTube. So Touch will help, massage will help, having a den, cover their crates up. If you don't like to crate train, then, you know, just put some put a sheet over an area, put a sheet over a dining room table, just something where they can get in. They might want to cuddle up to you. You're not rewarding them for being fearful. Just reassure your dog. If they want to sit with you, let them sit with you. If they want fuss cuddles, give them fuss and cuddles. A thunder shirt, that's quite useful. So it just sits like a tightly fitting shirt. It's kind of like a hug. So some dogs are not quite tactile, and don't want to be loved and hugged, but you can just put a thunder shirt on, and that's quite useful. If you don't have one, a child's tight fitting t-shirt, or Google anxiety wrap. and you can make your own with a crepe bandage. Do not mummify your dogs. It comes around the chest, crosses over the shoulders, comes again under the belly for another crossover, and then it will do up around the waist. So a crepe bandage will do that. So yeah, licking, sniffing, chewing, games, tire your dog out, give them puzzles, give them stuff to do. Make it easy though. You don't want to give them, you know, a super hard level Nina or Otterson toy, because it's like trying to do a crossword puzzle and the sky's falling in. You're just not going to do it, are you? So something easy, some easy wins. Telly on, radio on. Yeah. If you have any super cool go-tos that you've found to be effective and you want to share with the group, please do put them in below. It'll be really, really cool to get a conversation going on this, because there's going to be lots of while I think of it, Soraya Porter, Magpie Remedies, she makes concoctions around your dog. So it's back flower remedies, batch flower remedies. I get myself shot there. And she makes them completely bespoke to whatever's going on with your dog and whatever's happening in your life. I've actually got some up there that she's made for me, because, you know, I'm a stress head and I'm weird, so yeah, so anything cool, anything you'd like to add, please do, because it's going to benefit someone at some point in time.